Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a herbal soap today. So in one of my last videos I was showing you guys how I made some different herbal infusions and things around my house, and one of those things was how to use them in soap. I'm going to be making some soap today because I have some rice bran oil herbal infusion that I want to make some soap with because I want to use some of those herbal benefits on my skin. So this jar here has some different things in it. It's got a variety of different herbs. It's got comfrey, yarrow, calendula, oat straw, different things like that are really good for your skin and for different skin ailments and for soothing the skin. So natural soap making is of course good for your skin just in general, but adding some different things like the herbs and having these infused. So if you haven't, go check out my herbal infusion video. But what I did basically was just I put enough herbs to about partially fill the jar. I filled it with the herbs of choice, and then I filled it with oil. For my soap making, I'm going to do rice bran oil just because rice bran oil does a little bit better than sunflower for soap making. Sunflower is a little bit softer, but it's really good for salves. But I did rice bran for this, and I put this in my recipe. So I'm going to give you this recipe if you want to make a herbal soap at home with some of your infusions from your apothecary or some of your herbs from your garden or different things like that. So we've got 34% coconut oil. That's 12.58 ounces, 33% shea butter, and that is 12.21 ounces. Then we've got 33% rice bran oil, and that's 12.21 ounces. And for my rice bran oil, I just did a whole 12.21 ounces of the infusion oil. This recipe calls for 5.22 ounces of water, and that is the same amount you'll use for the lye. This is for a loaf mold, 1 loaf mold, so that is what I'm going to be doing. And this is going to be a pretty simple soap. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of swirls and different crazy things in it. But we've got a essential oil blend of rosemary and spearmint. You can go to eocalc.com to calculate your essential oils and check out your supplier's usage rates to make sure you're using the proper amount for soap making. I've got 1 tablespoon of French green clay. So French green clay is a really nice minty green clay. So it's an all natural clay, and it's going to help be silky. The soap bar be really silky, and it's going to help moisturize your skin. That clay is really awesome. Then we've got 2 teaspoons of sugar dissolved in some distilled water. What you do is you do a teaspoon of sugar per pound of oil. So I've got about 2 pounds of oil. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of sugar in distilled water. All you do is just make a little solution, just a little bit of distilled water. We're not going to do a lot. And I'm going to let you guys do your super fat. Base that on your skin needs. I'm getting my videos out of the way today because on Friday we are going to be going to a cantaloupe festival. So it is going to be an all-day affair, and so I didn't want to, I'm going to do this today so I can enjoy that and not have to edit so much on that day and around that. Ready to get these projects out of the way today. I'm going to be also making another soap. We're going to be making a slab of some other soaps just so we can try out some different recipes. This is my 1 tablespoon of green clay. If you hear some lawn mowing outside, I apologize. That is just how I decided, I guess, the video filming lined up. This is my essential oil blend. The weather has been very good in Virginia. It has been very sunny. We've had a couple of days of consistent raining, and the heat has finally tampered down some. If you know, there has been a heat wave throughout kind of the east. So we're in Virginia, so that heat wave hit pretty hard, but the temperatures have mellowed out a little bit, so now it's kind of like warm, sunny, and then some rain. So the grass has really been eating that up. My dad is the one who does the yard work, and he likes to do it, but he does it a lot just because he likes the yard to look perfect. So I'm going to take my blender and I'm going to just blend this a little bit to get all of the clumps out, just because I don't want any clumps in the final soap, and I want everything to blend really well, and I don't want this to accelerate any at all before I add once I add my lye solution. So this is a very pretty green color right here. Green is my favorite color, so I'm going to enjoy this soap a lot. And I also love any type of mint blend. So this is spearmint and rosemary. I love all the mints, especially because it has been really hot here, and also it is very buggy. Unfortunately, where we live, there are a lot of ticks, and they get everywhere. Like I said, last year we lost our dogs got out chasing a deer, and they got in the woods, and when we got back they were covered in ticks, and we were covered in ticks because we went in the woods looking for them. And so using mint soap can help deter bugs like that, because essential oils help with killing bugs naturally without hurting yourself. So even in our basement, what we use as bug killer and to keep any critters out of the basement, especially during the summertime, is putting essential oils around the basement and outside. So I really love using mint soap in the summertime. It's an all year scent just because it's good for summertime for bugs and just freshness, and then for the holidays because it's Christmas and it's minty and fresh and just refreshing. So I really like it. I'm going to put my safety goggles on because I don't want my lye solution to splash. And we're going to pour this over the shaft of, I'm going to pour this over the shaft of my blender just to make sure nothing splashes. And I want to get this to a good trace because the mint essential oil soaps in this type of recipe is not going to accelerate a lot. I really love this color, and this will, green clays are really good. It will stay in the soap a long time, so it won't fade, and it's really just a beautiful color. I'm really happy with it. This is looking good and thick, and so I'm gonna scrape as much of this off as possible just to help with cleaning up. Then we're gonna pour this into our mold. Very pretty. Smells really good too. Got this poured. I'm going to wait probably till tomorrow to cut this, just because this soap shouldn't harden too quickly. It's not a salt bar, so it won't be super quick that I need to cut it. I'm excited to use this soap just because I love the herbs that are going in the soap. I love using them in my salve and drinking teas with them. So, and I've made stuff like this before, because it'll be nice to have this after a while. So we're going to let that sit, and a little bit I'll spray alcohol on that too, just to help with any soda ash that gets on top of it. But I'm really excited to see how that turns out. Okay guys, so I am back. It's a couple of hours after I did my soaps. They're still not hard enough to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some infusions real quick, because I want to stock up, make sure I'm filming. I want to stock up on some of my infusions real quick, because like I told you guys, I'm having some hives. I just got some more stinging nettle because this is really good. It's just we aren't growing this right now. We have a plant, but it is not, of course, producing right now. This is stinging nettle from Frontier Co-op. So I'm going to store this in a jar, and I'm going to save some for my infusion. I'm boiling a quart of water right now. I'm going to make a stinging nettle infusion and a lemon balm infusion. So I'm boiling some water right now. I haven't really gone into a lot of detail about the hives because I didn't think about it a lot. I briefly mentioned it in my pots video where I talked about how I have pots, but I wasn't thinking about it a lot because I had it under control at that time, which was the summer of last year. And I have chronic hives. I've had them for years. This is loud, sorry. I'm just gonna pour this. This is a very dry, clean jar that I'm gonna store these in. It's not a reaction to a specific food or anything like that. I'm just gonna label these real quick. I'm just going to use this packet of lemon balm. Once that comes to a boil, we will pour it in our jars. And my jars are like room temperature. They're not super cold, so that's good. So this has come to a boil, so I'm going to pour this into my jars. As you can see, I'm incredibly clumsy, so I have to do stuff like this very slowly and with lots of focus because, yeah, me and my mom are the clumsiest people I've ever known and heard of. Do you want to cap your infusions so they don't evaporate, so your good stuff doesn't evaporate, because evaporation does cause loss of some of that good stuff. These are good, and I will drink this pretty quickly. I had some mullein tea. I was drinking a lot of mullein tea and infusions, but and I did some garlic. I'm gonna stock up on my nettle. I'm gonna grab these and put these somewhere where I won't knock them over. So it is about 24 hours after I made this soap, and it is pretty firm. It is good. It is a very pretty, like I said, that French green clay made a very pretty mint kind of color. It smells so refreshing. I love soaps that have a really refreshing smell. They're one of my favorites, and look at how cute this bar is. It's so smooth, and this soap is going to be really good. The herbs are super good for your skin, and even just the soap in general, but the herbs are going to add even an extra boost to this soap to make it extra good for your skin. And this soap is going to last a really long time. This is a really good recipe with great ingredients, and if you wanted this to be extra simple, you don't have to add the color or the essential oil, but those are natural ingredients that will help to boost the awesomeness of your soap through nature. And so I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm going to definitely put this in my shower. This will definitely be something my family will really love to use. So here are the soaps. Are a very pretty pastel green, and this color will last a great long time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below where you're from. I'd love to see that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.